We are in City Hall Park. This is where legislation is passed. This is where the budget is voted on. This is where the city council and the mayor and all of its commissioners come to do the business of New York City.
Is there anything special here you'd like to share with your audience?
What's really exciting to me is 31 Chambers Street, where my office is, and we are the greatest cultural capital in the entire world, and that's where we cook up our magic sauce of bringing art and culture to all the 5 boroughs of New York City.
So, what does it take to have a typical day as the Commissioner of Arts and Culture in New York City?
Typical day of the Commissioner of the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs. We are up at 5:30. We are making breakfast for the family. We are getting my son dressed. We are making sure that he does not have a sick day, because then that changes the course of the whole day. We drive him to school where we live in Staten Island, drop him off, run back home, change for the evening's gala, which begins at about 8:30. We start changing. We get to work at around 9:30, 10 o'clock. We have meetings, ribbon cuttings, groundbreakings, Zoom meeting, check in, make sure that the son is okay, that the nanny's going to pick him up. Then we have gala. We come home, it's around 11 o'clock at night, and then we wake up at 5:30 in the morning the next day. We do that 5 days a week, and then on Saturday and Sundays, we go to more festivals than the law should allow.
What's been your greatest or your first artistic discovery?
My first artistic discovery happened in the womb of my mother. So we are a cultural family. My father is a jazz aficionado. My mom has been performing at the Met Opera for her entire life. So I was born going to Lincoln Center. I was born going to the Muse in Brooklyn. We have created an art and cultural family, and it's just in the DNA.
Did you play an instrument when you were a kid?
I was a world-renowned, internationally known recorder player.
So the theater was your thing?
The theater, yes, I love the theater. I starred in Grease. When I was in PS 279, I was Sandy. When I went to Berkeley Carroll, I was Little Red Riding Hood. And then when I went to Brooklyn Tech with over 5,000 students, I then entered into the Shakespearean recitation contest, and the rest is herstory.
That leads me to my next question.
Yes.
Do you like musicals?
Oh, I love musicals. I love musicals. Like right now, the last one that I saw, which I have to see again, is Alicia Keys' Hell's Kitchen, which was phenomenal.
Is that your favorite Broadway show of all time, or do you have a different one?
I can't pick a favorite child. I just love them all. Each Broadway show that you go to see is so magical, because whoever you go to see it with, it creates a special memory in your mind. Like I went to go see The Wiz, and I took my son and my family there for his birthday. So it's like, that was the most amazing moment to be a mom, to take my son there with my family for his birthday, which leads me to say like, oh, I love The Wiz. That one was the best. But it was the best because of the memories that I made with my son and my family.
What's the perfect age to begin an artistic journey?
The perfect age to begin an artistic journey begins in the womb. So as we all know, when we're having our beautiful bundle of joy, turn on that Miles Davis, turn on that John Coltrane, turn on that Bach, whatever your cultural persuasion is, wherever you come from, you should start creating environments of reading to our children, playing music for our children, and when they come out and they're in this world, immediately they need to start hearing music. They need to start seeing color. They need to understand all of those dynamics. We need to encourage dance. They start to understand these things at a very early age, and it's important that we make sure that as soon as we find out, we are inundating them with art, music, culture, dance. It begins in the womb.
Is science art?
Have you ever seen a DNA molecule? Have you ever seen a cell? Have you ever seen like the beautiful part about going to the Brooklyn Botanic Garden and seeing the tulips coming out right now? That's science. I mean, Look around you, it's springtime and it's beautiful in New York City. I mean, essentially, God is the greatest artist that ever created. And so we get to experience that. And that's ultimately science that we see. There is a cycle to life. And that cycle to life is beautiful.
Is fashion art or culture?
Fashion is art and culture. That's the beautiful part about this city. You can walk in certain areas of Queens and you can see our Bangladeshi and Indian community in their beautiful saris. You can go up to the Bronx and see people in their geles and their dashikis. You can go to hip hop communities of the Bronx and you're seeing, like right around by where the hip hop museum is, you're seeing people in their hip hop attire. Like, it's everywhere.
What does every starving artist need most?
Every starving artist needs the infrastructure that governments, foundations, corporations, and individuals can provide. We need to make sure, and I want to add too, our developers. Real estate is a major industry here in New York City. We need to make sure that artists have affordable housing, that they have health benefits, that they have a pension program, and that they have safety net opportunities to make sure that they can live, grow, thrive, and raise a family here in New York City.
And what does a successful artist need most?
A successful artist needs the ability to continue to be a successful artist. You don't just make it as a successful artist and that's it. That infrastructure has to continue and remain with the artist throughout the lifetime of their career. So that's what I would say we need. But here's one better. Art and creativity can be defined on so many levels in terms of who we consider our creatives. We've had so many creatives that have come out of New York City, whether it's in theater, whether it's in music, whether it's in sports, whether it's in whatever genre. We have so many successful people, actors, actresses, dancers, singers, musicians, choreographers. What I would say to those communities, especially those creatives that come from BIPOC-led communities, we need you to come back to those communities and invest in a very deep and meaningful way.
In this age of anti-DEI, how do we continue to tell our stories?
Our stories have persevered from the transatlantic slave trade all the way to here at this present time. And at the Department of Cultural Affairs, we are only equipped to evaluate and to fund and support cultural excellency all across the 5 boroughs. And so we are going to continue to support cultural excellence in all 5 boroughs. If you are an African dance troupe doing excellent work, we support that. If you are a Korean drumming group in Queens, we support that. Work of excellence is going to continue to be supported. We are only equipped to support excellence, and diversity, equity, and inclusion is a natural part of how New York City functions and operates.
What, if anything, would you change about the arts and cultural landscape in New York City?
If I could change anything about the arts and cultural landscape in New York City, it would be that we just want more. We want more resources. We want more opportunities. We want to have artist housing for all the artists in New York City. I want universal after school so that every child in New York City has an arts and cultural education by the time they graduate from high school. I want to make sure that our artists have a pension program. I want to make sure that they have health insurance. Like, there's so much more, because we know that we are the cultural capital of the world, but we want artists to not only live here, but we want them to thrive here.